We wish buying carbon offsets for your flight helped. Oh, it's carbon offset update.
Yeah,
I was just reading. I was just reading this today, because I find this topic to be so intriguing as humans attempt to navigate a universe in which we've got these kind of simultaneous dialogues, do all the things, travel to all the places, buy all the goods, and then the goods and the things themselves, the companies you interact with are also the ones saving the planet, but you're still buying the thing, which you're curious about how that's exactly saving the planet. Like, I always make fun of Apple for it, but they're all doing it. They're all guilty. I mean, take your pick. It could be Samsung, whoever. They all go, like, we're basically offsetting. Like you're basically saving everything by buying new crap.
Yeah.
And you're sitting there saying, that doesn't seem like the resources that go into the thing that I don't need might be more of an impact than whatever you're talking about. But I don't know.
I almost feel like they have like a carbon offset button that they press from time to time, and they feel better about it.
They're like we took out the power brick to save the planet by the phone. Yeah. I don't need the phone. They're like, you already have a power brick, so don't worry about that. But you definitely need the new phone because we improved absolutely everything. Mm-hmm. But the brick will save the planet. And you're like, the glass, the lithium, the everything.
People are dying from the mining.
Well, you said it. I did it. Whatever other, you're just wondering, okay, if we're talking about math and offsets and so forth, then let's talk about math then. And that's exactly what happened here on the wire cutter. I think it's some sort of New York Times collab. And apparently airlines, they offer a carbon offset fee that you can just donate to for like $17. You're about to fly and they're like, do you want to offset the carbon from this flight?
Oh, okay.
And people can check a box and be like, hey, I'm a good guy. Hey, I'm a good guy. I won't mind offset my carbon.
Where's that money go?
Well, that's the problem, isn't it? Is who in the hell can investigate this, and how does this math actually work? It sounds like the most complex math ever, and it kind of is.
We need a Johnny Harris.
And it kind of is, and which is why, in this article, they've attempted to basically do the math. Air travel produces a ton of carbon, like obviously a lot more than other types of travel. It's 3% of global carbon dioxide emissions each year, 10% of transportation-related emissions in the U.S. airplanes. They're like, well, I don't know. Can we do electric? What are we eventually going to do? Many airlines, online booking sites, and standalone companies offer programs claiming to offset the greenhouse gas emissions of your flight with a small fee, usually less than $20. But here's the problem. This guy does the math, and he's like, that's not enough. And what he eventually concludes is that if you were truly to offset your carbon against a global standard, because most people don't fly, like there's billions of people who contribute almost no carbon, and then there's a handful of people who contribute almost all of it that need to be offset. So you would have to then like average that out across everyone and then enhance it with this multiplier. It ends up costing as much as the ticket. So this guy in particular has a sample of flying from Hawaii because Hawaii happens to be where they live, and that would cause a ton of more carbon than a short flight for obvious reasons. So he tried to get to the point of the true carbon expenditure of the flight with the multiplier across who's really using it, average emissions per passenger to reach your final bill, and then equity-weighted SCC, closest number to what the average American should owe for remediating the environmental impact of 1 ton of carbon. It's crazy. It's just wild calculations. And it comes out to like $800.
Okay.
And the ticket is $800. So as you can see, this is a nearly impossible feat. Doesn't it seem to always be this way in life? It's like, hey, you want to offset the problem with the phone you just bought? You just have to pay us the same amount as what the phone cost. You're like, what? Maybe I shouldn't buy the phone?
The phone that I
Does that work too? Like, if I don't go net negative, then do I have to go offset? Like, wait a minute. And they're like, no. You still got to keep buying. Got to keep flying. Got to keep. It gets wild. And then they're like, maybe you should just pack a bit lighter. In the end, maybe bring a little bit less luggage. Offset a tiny amount. But it's a huge philosophical conundrum that you get into. It's like, why do anything? Why not just go live in the woods, Will, and walk around with your actual footprints?
Yeah.
Not your carbon ones.
Yeah.
Fertilize the earth with your excrement.
Oh, God.
Bo put a $20 bill in this thing here, and it's some sort of a puzzle, and now the $20 bill is stuck in there. And I'm supposed to figure it out as I'm broadcasting. Don't worry, it won't affect anything.